What is up, everybody? Your boy Joey Works back. Run Pure Bets. We're here. It is now Thursday, but we'll be going over Thursday's card. Wednesday night, Thursday, whatever you want to call it, whatever coast you're on. But I'm on the East Coast. It's past midnight here. You know, it's 12 o'clock. Well, I'm ready to go, though. Obviously, I'm going to go over the entire card for tomorrow, Thursday, April 14th. Yesterday's video, if you watched it, you got that money. Washington team total over 3.5. They got there in the fifth inning. If you had over 4, you cash. If you have over 4.5, you cash. You know what? If you had over 5 or 5.5, you cash too. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to do here. Plus, if you're a DFS guy or you watch our Swing for the Fences show, which is on daily free on the Run Pure Sports YouTube channel, which you should be watching, Draft Sheet Holden every day on there, Monday through Friday, and a guest. I mean, you know, once Holden made a point, once the Astros news came out versus the COVID, he asked me what we're doing. I said, hit the Tigers money line, plus 200. What happened there? Fucking, they swept, excuse my language, they swept the Astros, another cash. So, I mean, don't miss out on any more of these winners. Sign up, runpurebets.com, use code BETS25 off for 25 off your first month. JJ and I are killing baseball. We're in the Discord every day. You get a private Discord. You get access to us 24/7. Obviously, you get our content every day of the week and our spreadsheet plays that are fully tracked on the website. So before I get into the card for tomorrow, shout out to chat already. Gregory Body, Chris, Ronnie, Ryland, D-Rock, Austino, Liggett. All right, a couple new names and my guy D-Rock in here. Appreciate you guys hanging out. The lighting looks a little better today. You know, I set up some light up there, but if I put my hat on, there's shade in my eyes. So we're working around here, but I should have a lighting kit. It should be here shortly, so we're going to be looking good. You know what? It doesn't matter what I look like as long as I'm giving winners, right? And they've been flowing. So obviously the last play I gave out last night cashed, and then if you go back to last week's video, I went 4-0 on best bets and 3-1 in 2 days. So 7-1, 8-1 on my videos in 3 videos the last 2 weeks. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'm just going to get into it. So first game tomorrow, Phillies Mets. I'm seeing Mets minus 220 on the money line and under over set at 7. So there's a 80% chance of rain. So this game might not even end up being played. Zach Eflin versus Jacob deGrom. You know, it's deGrom day, as Mets fans call it. If that's still a damn day, maybe we should stop calling it until you give the man some damn run support. But that's just what I'm saying. So guy, you know, he's 0-1, 0.64 ERA and 0-1, which to each his own. He faced the Phillies team first time out, 6 innings, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts. Second time he played the Marlins, 8 innings, 5 hits, a solo homer, 14 strikeouts, and that solo homer gave him the loss because the Mets could not muster a damn run. Overall, Bryce Harper is 11 for 38 against deGrom, 8 walks. That's good for a 413 on base percentage and a 289 batting average. Everyone else on this Phillies team really struggles versus Jacob. And it's looking like Zach Eflin is going for the Phillies. He started both games this year versus the Braves. First time around, better than the second. 7 innings, 4 hit ball with a solo homer and 8 Ks the first time. Second time around, 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned with only 2 strikeouts. Most of these Mets do struggle versus Zach, though. Pete Alonso, the only one above 275 batting average versus him. As for the bullpens, both are pretty decent. They are in the top 10 in advanced numbers. The Mets offense has the 3rd best on base percentage in baseball, but they're only scoring about 3.5 runs per game. So, you know, obviously with the rain, 80% chance of rain, I don't want to make a play on this game yet. Maybe slightly lean to the under, first 5, 3.5, but I'm basically off this game. Hey, Swaz, Joey Work grabbed that team total over 3 live right before the Nats hit the 2-run homer. Love it, buddy. Good stuff. All right, Miami Marlins, second game, Miami Marlins, Atlanta Braves. Atlanta minus 175, under over set at 8.5, minus 120. Juice to the under. Trevor Rogers versus Ian Anderson. You know, Trevor looked good. He looked good last time out versus the Mets. 6 innings, 3 hits, 10 Ks, no earned runs. First time out, he only pitched 4 innings, but had some control issues, walked 4 people as well. He gave up 2 earned runs and 6 strikeouts. But this Atlanta team hasn't seen much of Trevor or seen much of lefties this year. They've only had 44 at-bats versus lefties this year, which is the least in all of baseball. And This is Trevor's, I want to say, his third year in the majors. So he's fairly new to the division as well, but he has major strikeout potential. And as long as his location is on point, he will pitch good, over reliable Ian Anderson, if I can say that, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that yet, since this is only his second year of MLB service. But the guy, he's good. He's got good stuff. He started against the Phillies both games this year. Had a much better start in the first go-around than the second. First time, 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 solo home run, and 7 strikeouts. 6 days later, versus the same Phillies team, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 4 earned runs on 2 homers and 6 strikeouts. He rarely walks anyone, which is great. Leans on all 3 of his pitches to get guys out. As for the Pens, the Braves have the edge in the bullpen for sure. Top 5 in advanced categories, while the Marlins are in the bottom 5. And both teams score about 4 runs a game. All in all, I'm more than likely off this game as well, with another slight lean to the under first 5. Next game we got on the slate, San Diego Padres, Pittsburgh Pirates. San Diego opening up at -170 favorite. Under-over is set at -110. Chris Paddock versus Mitch Keller. So Paddock has looked bad so far this year in his 2 starts. He only pitched 4 innings in each of his starts, gave up 3 runs and 4 hits in both as well. He has 6 strikeouts total in 8 innings and has walked 4 people. And he didn't face exactly 2 powerhouses. He pitched against the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Texas Rangers. He has really struggled on the road in his major league career as well, which this game is going to be on the road, versus another not so impressive offense in the Pirates. But Mitch Keller going for the Pirates, someone with really good advanced numbers. But he hasn't fully put it all together at the big league level. He's pitched against the Cubs in both of his starts. Last time out, he let up 1 run on 5 hits and a walk while striking out 7 across 5 innings. First start, he had a little trouble finding his zone, and he walked 4 people in 3 innings, resulting in 3 earned runs. None of these Padres bats have seen Keller really, and their offense has stuttered since losing Fernando Tatis Jr. to the injured reserve list. This is the tale of 2 bullpens, which is quite interesting. The Padres have the most saves in baseball and are in the top 3 in ERA, FIP, and xFIP, and wins above replacement. As for the bullpen, the Pirates are in the bottom 10 in ERA and FIP. While I do lean Padres full game, I think this is a good spot for Paddock to right the ship. I'm not fully confident to match Mitch Keller, but if he puts it all together, this guy could be good. Another spot where I lean first 5 under. I haven't pulled the trigger here yet, but I might, more than likely I will bet this personally as a first 5 under. On to the next game, we got Seattle Mariners, Baltimore Orioles. I'm seeing this is game 1. It's a pick 'em. Mariners -105, Orioles -110. So basically, pick 'em under, over set at 9.5 or 9 in places. Matt Harvey, Marco Gonzalez. Ugh. Harvey, not so terrible so far, I guess you could say. Pitched versus the Red Sox, both starts. He has a total of 9 2/3, 13 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. That averages to a 5.59 ERA. Not many of the Mariners have seen him, and the same goes for the Orioles versus Marco Gonzalez. The Orioles team has only 11 total plate appearances versus him, with a 284 weighted on base percentage. He has struggled so far this year, Marco, 10 1/3, 17 hits, 12 earned runs, and 5 homers, with 5 walks and 8 strikeouts. So he's given up 12 earned runs in 10 1/3, 17 hits. He's averaging almost 2 hits per inning. 5 homers. He's giving up a homer every other inning. He pitched versus the Giants, who mashed lefties, and the Minnesota Twins, respectively. So those are 2 good offenses, both teams. But stats wise, they are in middle of the pack. But so is the pitching for both these teams, basically. Meaning there's going to be runs in this game. The Mariners 8-3 overall to the over this year. Baltimore 7-4 to overs as well this year. I'm off this game, but a hard lean, and then with the trends is to the over here. Next game, we got Boston Red Sox, Minnesota Twins, under over set at 8.5. Minnesota is the favorite, -150. Red Sox are hot, man. I don't know if I want to step in front of the Red Sox. Winners of 9 straight and getting it done mainly via the bats. They're looking for a 4-game sweep of the Twins here before heading home for a 4-game set versus the White Sox in Fenway. The starting pitcher here are Garrett Richards versus Big Mike Pineda. Richards has not pitched good since coming over from San Diego. In his 2 starts this year, both versus the Orioles, he gave up 8 earned runs total, 7 innings, 5 walks, and 6 strikeouts. In 2020, he had a 4.03 ERA with a little over 50 innings pitched, and he gave up almost a hit per inning. Big Mike is either good or bad. There's really like no in between for him. I know I've watched him pitch multiple times. He does have good numbers versus Red Sox team, 2.818 WOBA and a 22% strikeout rate. Xander Bogaerts has good numbers versus him, but he's basically past that. No one really has any numbers that shoot out at me versus Big Mike. He did allow 2 runs on 4 hits and no walks over 6 innings versus Seattle his last time out. Plus, he had 6 strikeouts in that game. In his first start, he pitched 5 innings versus the Brewers, 1 run, unearned, and 5 strikeouts. So he has pitched good this year so far. But again, it was versus the Brewers who, offense has stuttered, to say the least, to start, and Seattle, which is not one of the better offenses in the league. Well, I don't really want to get in front of the red-hot Red Sox. See what I did there? I do see the Twins scoring some runs here off of Garrett Richards, that's for sure. Plus, both bullpens are fully taxed, especially after playing a doubleheader today. I'm on the full game over 8.5 here. That will be a personal bet of mine for sure. Next game we got Cleveland, Indians, Chicago White Sox. White Sox favored -130, under over 7.5 or 8 in places. Aaron Savali, Lance Lynn. Savali has pitched pretty good since joining the major league team back in 2019. He had somewhat of a down year last year, but he turned it around in the back half of the year. He does have a high hard hit rate, which isn't great. But outside of that, his walks are low. He limits base runners by really using a mix of 6 different pitches. He pitched good in his 2 outings this year, both versus the Tigers, 7 innings and 7 2/3 respectively, 12 strikeouts total, 6 in each game, and 4 total runs, both resulting in wins. So he is 2-0 on the year. As for the White Sox, over-reliable Lance Lynn. Pitched a complete game, 5-hit shutout last time out, which was actually 7 days ago. I think they had a postponement or they gave him another day's rest. So he hasn't pitched in 7 full days. On April 8th versus the Royals, he had 0 walks and 11 strikeouts in that game. In his first start of the year, he pitched against the Angels, 4 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, both unearned, and 6 strikeouts. This guy's advanced stats are really good. XwOBA 183 versus his team, 31% strikeout rate, and he barely walks anyone. He uses 4-seamer, sinker, and cutter, all to keep the ball down, and it has been working wonders to him, especially the last couple of years. I really want to stay out of the bullpens here, and I think Savali will do enough to limit this White Sox team for at least 5 innings. So I'm going to official play of mine will be under first 5, 4.5. That's available at PointsBet -120. So that'll be one of my best bets. I'll review all the best bets at the end of this video, but that'll definitely be for sure one of my best bets. First 5 under 4.5 in Cleveland versus the White Sox. -120 available at PointsBet in New Jersey. I'm fine if I know there's some places that hanging a 4 here. 4 at plus money, I'm fine with as well. So if your book doesn't have 4.5 or you don't have multiple books and you're hanging a 4 at plus money, I'm fine with that as well. All right, next game we got Arizona Diamondbacks, Washington Nationals. Under over set at 9. Washington is slightly favored at -120. So the D-backs had off today, but they played home on Tuesday. Starting pitching matchup of Merrill Kelly versus Patrick Corbin. Kelly has struggled this far this year he basically struggled since coming over from the KBO in 2018. But he has definitely struggled this year. 8.10 ERA in 2 starts. Total of 10 innings, 14 hits, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. He did pitch for San Diego first time around, then at Coors Field. So he hasn't had the easiest of schedules to say. But he will get a Nats team traveling from St. Louis off of a solid win today. Patrick Corbin going for the Nats. He's only started 1 game because of COVID, and it was versus the Dodgers on last Saturday. He gave up 6 runs on 6 hits and 3 walks while striking out 5 over 4 1/3 innings. The D-backs have hit lefties so good so far this year, but this team is historically bad versus them, and this is a good bounce-back spot for Mr. Corbin, personally, I think. In 42 at-bats versus this D-backs team, they have a combined 268 xWOBA and a 100 average. So there's still some uncertainties in that Nationals bullpen. So I don't really have an official play on this, but the lean would be Nationals first 5 -0.5. Next game, we got Tampa Bay Rays, Texas Rangers. Shout out to chat. We got neighborhood crackhead. Appreciate the Nationals pick. Hit it in the 5th inning. Yes, sir. Ronnie Ryland. B-Rad Malibu, my guy. Nice job, Joey, with the Nats over. Yes, sir. Let's keep this hot streak going. So next game, Texas Rangers, Tampa Bay Rays. Jordan Lyles versus Rich Hill. Over the hill, Rich, huh? 41 years old, still out there slinging it. He started 2 games this year, 1 versus Miami, 1 versus the Yankees. Versus Miami, 4 innings, 4 earned, 4 Ks. Versus the Yankees, he pitched a little better, 6 innings, 4 earned, 7 Ks. This going around versus a surprisingly impressive Rangers offense, I guess you could say. Well, they have struggled mightily versus left-handers. Jordan Lyles going for the Rangers has pitched decent to date, 10 innings, 5 earned, 9 strikeouts. Basically, they thought he was going to be a opener. So to get 10 innings out of him at 2 starts, the Rangers are pretty damn happy. You know, they expected 2-3 innings from him coming out the gate. They got 5 in both starts, or, you know, a total of 10 innings in 2 starts. They're pretty happy. So overall, he's not really a guy I like to back, that's for sure. But following him will be lefty Wes Benjamin. He followed Jordan Lyles in both of his starts. He pitched 2 innings in both games, allowed 2 total runs in 5 1/3 and 4 strikeouts in his 2 appearances. Another guy who doesn't have great surface numbers, nor does he have an overpowering fastball. Texas bullpen, I mean, has blown 4 leads, while Tampa has blown 3. Both bullpens have an ERA over 5, FIP and XFIP over 4.5. Tampa Bay's pen has the 4th least strikeouts in all of baseball, while Texas has given up the 2nd most homers. I mean, Tampa Bay 8-3 to the over this year. Everything is screaming over to me here. Even with how bad the Rangers are versus lefties, Rich Hill isn't your average lefty. You know, the guy's 41 years old. If you don't swing at balls, you force him to throw strikes, you're going to get some juicy meatballs with some lasagna maybe for dinner. And, you know, you're going to get runs. So Texas has surprised me, and they have been putting up runs. The over was easy today. And, you know, I'm just going to go back to it. The over 8, give me the over 8, Texas, Tampa Bay. That's at -115 via BetMGM. I already put that in for our Run Pure Bet subscribers at the number, and I also did bet it personally myself. So that's going to be an official play, over 8, Texas, Tampa Bay, -115 via BetMGM, and that's available in New Jersey. Next game we have Toronto Blue Jays, Kansas City Royals. I'm not seeing any lines on this game yet, probably because the Blue Jays haven't named a starter, but Blue Jays are finally leaving that bandbox they call home field in Tampa or in Florida. That was their spring training field. That's now they're playing as their home field. And the Royals just finished a home series versus the Angels. They're staying here, but they're going on the road, the Blue Jays, to face Jacob Junis. He pitched phenomenal versus I would say subpar Indians offense last time out. 5 innings, 1 hit ball, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. He previously did pitch 2 games out of the bullpen for the Royals, 1 inning each, and did not allow a run. He has struggled in his 5 years in the majors so far, so let's not write home that he's a spectacular pitcher after that first start. He gives up almost a 50% hard hit rate, exit velocity over 92%. He really only relies on 2 pitches, his 4-seamer and his slider, sometimes mixing in his sinker, but he doesn't use it that much. And I'm seeing Tanner Roark, the starter for the Blue Jays, but last I heard, the manager for the Blue Jays said he would be in a long relief role after his first start. But if he does go for the Blue Jays, he sucks. You know, he was terrible in 2020, 6.80 ERA, 5.36 SIERA, 5.84 XFIP, all career worst stats. And he started this game versus Texas his first time out, gave up 5 earned runs, 3 innings, and 3 homers with 2 strikeouts. I mean, I'm off this game right now until I can confirm the starter for the Blue Jays. If, in fact, Tanner Roark does start, give me the Royals first 5. You know, I'll even probably lay the half to make it. If they're too juiced on the money line, I'll lay the half and take the Royals -1/2 first 5. Next game we got Detroit Tigers, Oakland Athletics. Lance LaRose, over or the over? All right, Lance. Yeah, over. I think he's talking about the Texas Rangers Tampa Bay game. Yep. So Detroit Tigers, Oakland Athletics. Oakland favored -150. Under over set at 8.5. How about those Tigers, though? Who would have thought I'd be saying that? Sweeping the Astros. Who would have thought I'd be saying that? I mean, but good for them. We were on them today, moneyline +200. So they do travel from Texas to Oakland, where Oakland has been waiting as they had today off. Tariq Skubal versus Sean Manaea. Little lefty on lefty crime here. I did take a chance with Tariq Skubal last time out. And it kissed me in the ass. He pitched 4 innings, giving up 3 homers, 6 earned runs versus the Indians, and he walked 3 people. He's walked 5 people in 9 1/3 so far this year and given up 8 earned runs in 9 1/3. He has good stuff. He just needs to put it all together as he's young, And he's going on the road here where he's really struggled, and he's pitched better at home. So, I mean, it's not really somebody I want to back. Good thing is none of these A's have more than 5 plate appearances versus him. That probably favors him a slight bit, but I wouldn't take it into account too much. On the other side, Sean Manaea, he gets another crack at his first win of the year. He's faced off against the Astros, both starts. In the first one, 4 2/3, 5 earned, 3 walks, 4 Ks. Second go-around, much better, 6 innings, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. But he's best when he keeps the ball down. His batters roll over, keeps his ground ball rate up. Last year, he had a 50% ground ball rate, over a 50% ground ball rate. Robbie Grossman, really the only one on the Tigers that had good numbers versus Manaea. Everyone else has really struggled. And Robbie has struggled so far this year, batting less than 200 under Mendoza line. But even last year, Manaea started, I think it was the first 15 innings, maybe first 2 starts, first 3 starts, he struggled. After that, he had a 2.95 ERA, 0.95 whip the rest of the year. So I think there's a great bounce back spot for Manaea. And the Tigers are traveling. Oakland's well rested here. Tigers are off a high. They just swept Houston, and that's great for Oakland as well. So I'm looking to back the Athletics here. This will be official play mine. Athletics first 5 -0.5. You can get that at -110 at BetMGM. So we got one more game is the LA Dodgers versus the Colorado Rockies. And let me pull this up real fast. Rockies, let me see the line. We got Dodgers -300. Jose Urias versus Austin Gomber. Under/over set at 8, -108. I'm seeing -110-ish. So Gomber's the lefty pitcher for the Rockies that they got in the Nolan Arenado deal. Not someone I'm really high on, but he has decent stuff. I'm pretty sure he did pitch against this Dodgers team already this year and pitched decent. He pitched against the Dodgers to start the year. 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 7 walks, 2 Ks. Then he comes back against San Francisco, 6 innings, 1 hit ball again. So he gave up 1 hit in both starts, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 2 earned. So the walks are clearly this guy's kryptonite. And versus the Dodgers again, he's not pitching in Coors Field. He is in LA, but still, this is not a team you want to walk. You do not want to put base runners on with the Dodgers. That's for damn sure. Urias pitched well his first start, 7 innings versus this Colorado team in Coors Field, 6 strikeouts, 3 hits, and 1 earned run. Then he comes back against Washington, 5 2/3. He gives up 9 hits against Washington, 3 earned runs, a homer, and 3 strikeouts. So he only has 1 total walk on the year in 12 2/3 innings. And he got the win both games. 2.84 ERA. And respectively, he's had, like a 3 ERA his whole career, basically, throwing out 2017, in which he started 5 games. But he's been a reliable starter. He's been reliable out of the pen when needed. And this Colorado team is not an offense I'm looking to back, especially out of Coors Field. So, I'm off this game because I cannot lay -$3 on the Dodgers. I barely bet the Dodgers. I more than likely look to fade the Dodgers when the spots are open. This isn't the spot I'm looking to fade the Dodgers, though, that's for sure. So, shout out to chat. Lance Rose back in here. Drew, my guy. 5-4 A's. Yes, Rays, game over. Cool. Yep. All right, so before I get out of here, it doesn't look like, if you have any questions, send them in the chat, guys. If not, I am going to just give my best bets, and we will be on our way. So best bets, make sure to hit the like button. Before I hit the best bets, make sure to hit the damn like button. I'm giving you guys winners, breaking down every game on a slate, all for free. I don't ask for much. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, follow me on Twitter, follow Run Pure Bets on Twitter. That's it. So best bets. Over 8, Rangers, Rays, -115. Indians, White Sox, first 5, under 4.5, -120. And Athletics, first 5, -0.5. And that's at +100, I'm seeing at BetMGM. So those are my 3 best bets. But that's about it. JJ will be back tomorrow with another MLB video. And then me and JJ will be back on Sunday. Maybe Holden will join us if he decides, he's got some free time to hang out with us, or who knows what he's doing. But maybe Holden will join us on Sunday. Maybe the Fax Man will join us. Maybe it's just me and JJ. Either way, winners are going to be made. So tune in. Make sure to tune in. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications. So every time we go live, you could be in the chat. Ask me some questions. Ask JJ some questions. Ask whoever. Spread goes live at 1 p.m. every day for NBA Rundown. So you got to check those out. Winner's full of the show as well. So make sure to hit the like button. That's all I got for you. We got 3 official plays that I gave out. Let's get this money. I'll be back. Tomorrow's technically Thursday, but I'll be back Friday, and I'll have a UFC fighter, Mike Davis, UFC fighter. I'll be interviewing him Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys are into UFC, I have Mike Davis coming on the show. Send in some, if you want to DM me on Twitter or message me on Twitter, send in some questions you'd like me to ask Mike. I'm game for it. I have UFC fighters on every week, and it's always cool to change up the questions I ask and whatnot. So if you guys have any great ideas, I'm totally down for it. So I'll be back Friday and Sunday with JJ for MLB, and then I'll be back again Tuesday and Wednesday next week doing this again, giving you more winners. So make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button. But that's about it. I'm out of here. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Gerardo Hernandez, D-Rock, Lance LaRoche, Drexley, Drew, B-Rad, Ronnie, Neighborhood Crackhead, Hey Swaz, Gregory Body, Ronnie Ryland, Chris, Austin Legad. Appreciate you guys. I'm out. Peace.